Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura. If I haven't met you yet, I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga practice today. To all my yogis that I haven't seen in a while, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I can't wait to see you guys again when we open up the studio. Everyone here misses you so much. And to anyone that might be taking a new class with us, welcome. I've never done an Insta Live before, so if you're a little nervous, I'm a little nervous too, so we can work together. As far as yoga props, if you have them, you're more than welcome to use them. Of course, if you don't, that's totally okay too. Something you could use is maybe a pillow or a folded up blanket, anything to make you more comfortable as you move through your practice. I will be guiding you through a gentle flow today. And thank you so much for joining me. We're going to try it today without music, so you can turn on your own music if you'd like to, anything sort of relaxing. Of course, if you would prefer to have music, just write a little comment in there and maybe we can adjust, and next time I'll add some music for you guys. And yeah, we're going to start off in our Shavasana. If we're good to go, Janet? Yes?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Good.
We're going to turn the comments off just so that they're not scrolling through.
Totally.
And yeah, enjoy your class, everybody.
Awesome. All right, so we're just going to find a nice, comfortable position to rest and relax in stillness for these first few moments of our practice. So that could be seated, or that could be lying down on your back, whichever you would prefer. Taking this time to settle onto our mat, to slow down the pace of the day. Softening your gaze, or closing your eyes, letting go of any tension throughout your forehead, softening through the brow line. Allowing your jaw to fall heavy, your tongue to release away from the roof of your mouth. Drawing your shoulders down and away from your ears. Opening through the heart, through the chest. Welcoming a sense of ease, a sense of relaxation. Your arms could be rested long and heavy. Your palms could face up to receive energy this morning. Or face downwards if perhaps you feel you need a little extra grounding. Another option is to rest those hands on your chest or your belly. Connecting to the natural rhythm of your breath. Traveling through to the lower half of your body this morning. As you soften through your hips, down your thighs, along your calves, all the way through to the tips of your toes. Your legs could be extended long and heavy if you're lying on your back. Heels rested on the earth, toes relaxed towards the outside edges of your room. Or you could take the option to bring that gentle bend into your knees. Rooting soles of feet to earth about mat width distance apart and allowing the knees to fall inwards. Letting go of any tension throughout the hips, throughout the lower back. wherever you are, taking this time to really feel the weight of your body melting into the earth. Noticing any areas of your body that make connection with your mat. Really grounding yourself into your practice. Slowly beginning to draw your focus, your attention inwards. Letting go of any wandering thoughts, any distractions or frustrations from your week. Giving yourself this time, this space for your yoga practice. Noticing if your breath feels a little short, a little tight. Maybe your heart is beating a little faster. Taking this time to slow down each inhale and exhale. Allowing your chest and your belly to rise a little higher. And to fall a little deeper. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Connecting to this rhythm of breath as you flow through your practice. Connecting each inhale and exhale to your movements. Using each breath to help create space throughout your muscles, throughout your joints. Welcoming a sense of relaxation with each breath in. And letting go of any unwelcomed thoughts, any distractions with each breath out. As always, using any modifications, honoring any old or new injuries. Taking water whenever you like, or rest when you need to. Perhaps holding a stretch a little longer if that feels good to you this morning. Using this time for yourself, for your yoga practice. Gently beginning to wiggle those toes and those fingers. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Bring a little movement into your wrists, into your ankles. Noticing these sensations after resting in stillness. Now, if you are seated, making your way onto your back for this first little bit of our practice here. On your next breath in, float the arms up towards the sky. Exhale to release them behind your head. Straighten out the legs if they aren't already there. Point the toes, wiggle the fingers. Take a deep breath in. And allow an easy exhale, release. One more time, a nice morning stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Gently guiding one knee followed by the other in towards the tummy, palms rested on calves or knee joints. Take a moment to just sway gently from side to side, massaging that lower lumbar and thoracic spine. letting go of any tension throughout the lower back. When you're ready, pausing, and on your next breath out, slowly bring the forehead towards the knees. Inhale to release shoulders and back of head. One more time, exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale, release shoulders and back of head. Extending both feet up towards the sky, resting your hands behind your thighs, calves, or fingers to toes. Wherever you are, making sure shoulders, back of head are rested on your mat, or maybe a pillow or folded up blanket. Feeling that stretch run through the backs of both those legs. Option to rotate the ankles or point and flex the feet. Bring some movement into those joints. And on your next exhale, releasing the hands, bringing soles of feet to earth with a bend to the knees. Heels right underneath the sit bones, arms rested alongside the body, gaze to sky. Engaging the core, engaging the glutes. Inhale, lift hips, lower back, mid back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release mid back, lower back, hips to earth. 2 more times. Inhale. Lifting into that bridge. And exhale to release. One last time here. Inhale, lifting into your bridge pose. Pausing here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly release one vertebrae at a time, back towards your mat. Crossing that left ankle to rest on top of that right thigh. Option 1, hold here in your modified figure 4. Option 2, tuck that right knee up and in towards the tummy. Interlock the fingers around the right thigh, figure 4 stretch. Opening up that left hip flexor. Pausing for a couple breaths here. Exhale, release the hands, bring sole of foot to earth, and uncross those legs. Switching sides, crossing right ankle to rest on top of the left thigh. Option 1, pausing here. Option 2, tuck that left knee up and inwards, interlock the fingers around that left thigh, figure 4 stretch on the opposite side. Taking a moment here to perhaps notice how this asana feels from one side of your body in comparison to the other. Noticing where you're carrying a little extra tension in those muscles and those joints as you move throughout your day. Of course, making these observations without any judgment. Exhale, release the hands, bring sole of foot to earth, and uncross those legs. Inhale to float the arms up towards the sky and release them behind your head. Exhale to float the arms up towards the ceiling and release them alongside your body. Inhale, lifting those arms, connecting breath and movement. And exhale to release. One more time, inhale, floating those arms, releasing them towards the back of your room. This time from here, sliding those arms into cactus, elbows in line with shoulders, wrists in line with elbows, palms facing up towards the sky.
allowing both knees to fall heavy towards the left side of the room. Option to allow your gaze to fall heavy towards the right. Now, if having those arms in cactus isn't in your practice, maybe those forearms are floating up in the air, start to straighten those arms towards either side of the room until they're rested comfortably on the ground. You could also soften that bend to your knees, bringing those feet to rest a little further down your mat, if that's more comfortable for you as well. Your supine spinal detoxifying twist. Stretching through the back, the core, opening the heart and the chest. Inhale to lift the knees through center, gaze follows. Exhale, release to the opposite side. Finding that nice, comfortable position. Option to release your gaze over towards the left side of the room. Focusing on that full belly breath here. Those 4-second inhales and exhales. Breathing into all that space you're creating throughout your muscles, throughout your joints. Inhale to lift those knees through center, gaze follows. Keeping that bend to your knees, bringing your feet about mat-width distance apart. You could reach those arms behind your head and take a moment to windshield wiper those knees from side to side. Pausing, and as you exhale, tuck both knees in towards the tummy, palms resting on the calves, bring forehead to knees. Option to wrap those arms all the way around your legs, giving yourself a tight squeeze. Inhale, release shoulders, head, feet to earth, rolling over to your right side of the room into your fetal position. Your right side body is rested comfortably, arms and legs are soft and heavy. Taking a moment of rest here. Perhaps setting a goal or intention to guide you through your practice. Or simply thanking yourself for showing up to your mat this morning or this evening. When you feel ready, using your arms to support your upper body as you lift yourself up. Take a sip of water if you'd like. We're going to start off in our thunderbolt pose towards the back edge of our mat. So if sitting on your knees is not comfortable, option is sit cross-legged. Another option is you could place a pillow or a folded blanket on top of the heels underneath the sit bones, taking a little bit of pressure off those knee joints. Wherever you find yourself in seated, sitting up nice and tall, heart and chest is open, palms rested on the thighs. Taking a nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose. And a loud, noisy open mouth, exhale, release. One more time, inhale. Let it all go, exhale. Inhale to float those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release the left arm, reach the right side, body stretch. Inhale to lift and to lengthen. Exhale, release opposite side. Inhale, flip those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release those arms back into cactus. Elbows in line with shoulders, wrists in line with elbows, fingertips spread. Bringing those forearms and palms together. Inhale to open and expand. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. One last time. Exhale. And inhale. Reaching those arms towards either side of the room. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, wrapping the arms around the upper body, giving yourself a gentle, loving squeeze. Inhale to open and expand. One more time. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, wrap those arms around you. Inhale, open and expand. Open that heart and chest, floating the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra, taking a nice deep cleansing breath in. Open mouth, exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Interlocking the fingers, swooping the arms forward, chin to chest, rounding through the spine. Feeling that space between the shoulder blades, stretching through that upper body. Inhale to float the arms up towards the sky, stretching, lifting, lengthening through the upper body, drawing those shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, release the arms and interlock those fingers behind your lower back. Once again, tucking those shoulders down and away from the ears as you allow that left ear to fall towards the left shoulder blade. Feeling that nice stretch through the right side of your neck. Inhale to lift the crown of head. Exhale, release to the opposite side. Once again, noticing if you're carrying a little extra tension on one side of your body versus the other. Just making these subtle observations without any judgment. It's all a part of your practice. Inhale to lift the crown of head. Release those fingers, float the arms up towards the sky. You could take a mini back bend if you'd like, opening that heart and chest. Exhale, hinge the hips. Reaching those fingertips towards the top edge of your mat to your Tita Balasana, child's pose. Now if you're sitting cross-legged, bringing yourself onto your knees, thighs together. Reaching those fingers towards the top edge of your mat, lengthening through the spine, decompressing through the lower back here. On your next inhale, we're going to snake the chest forward. Exhale, really round through the spine, hinge the hips back, child's pose. Moving in the opposite direction, inhale, round through the spine. Exhale, snake the chest back. 2 more times, moving through this flow here. Inhale, connecting that breath and movement. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, really round up that spine. Exhale, snake the chest back. On your next inhale, lifting to your tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift hips to sky. Finding your downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to walk out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Making sure those fingertips are spread, palms rooted into the earth. Hands are about shoulder width distance apart, heart, chest is open. Core is engaged, tailbone is up towards the sky. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. Maybe noticing where you feel a little extra stretch in your own body. For me, it's my calves and my hamstrings this morning. And on your next inhale, lift both those heels up the earth, run our toes in our down dog. And making a loud noise, exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Take that gaze towards the hands. Walk, step, or jump the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Keeping that micro bend in your knees. You could use a block or two if you have them underneath your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, cores engaged. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Slowly lifting one vertebrae at a time. Making your way to your Tadasana mountain pose. Standing up nice and tall, drawing those shoulders down and away from ears, palms facing forward, soaking in all that energy through our Instagram live here. Taking a deep breath in. And a loud, noisy exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale to float those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release that left arm, reach the right side, body stretch. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, release opposite side. Inhale to float the arms up towards the sky. Take a mini back bend if you'd like. Bring hips, pelvis forward, gaze to ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, hinge hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Lift the arms, lift the upper body. Exhale, bend knees, lower hips, sweep the arms through chair, keeping that chest lifted. Inhale, lift and lengthen. One more time, exhale. And inhale, taking that mini back bend. Exhale, swan dive, hinge hips, forward fold. Inhale to float that left arm up towards the sky, bending into that right knee if you'd like, opening the heart and the chest. Trying to create a straight line from arm to arm here. Exhale to release. Inhale, lift opposite side. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift, engage the core. Exhale, forward fold. Palms are to mat, step or hop the feet back, finding your plank. Option always to modify on those knees. Shoulders are stacked right over top of the wrist, cores are nice and tight. Option down dog, option modify on the knees, take a chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, hips to sky, down dog. Dropping those knees to tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, tailbone reaching up towards the sky, cow pose. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone under our cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine. Two more times here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Breathing deeply. And exhale. Untuck those toes, bring hips to back of room, finding that Utthita Balasana, child's pose. Option to take a sip of water if you'd like. Option to take a rest here. You could walk those hands over towards the left edge of your mat, stretching through the right side body. Feeling that deep breath through that rib cage along that right side. When you're ready, walking those hands through center and over towards the opposite side, giving both side bodies a stretch. Gently walking those hands back towards the top edge of your mat, really reaching those fingertips forward. Inhale, float through tabletop, straighten the legs, drop the hips, upward dog. Tuck the toes, hips to sky, down dog. Drop the knees to tabletop, untuck toes, hips to back over in child's pose. One more time, inhale, float through tabletop, straighten the legs, drop the hips, upward dog. Tuck the toes, hips to sky, down dog. Drop the knees to tabletop, untuck toes, hips to back over in child's pose. This time lifting through tabletop, tuck the toes, hips to sky, down dog. Inhale, float to plank, shoulders over wrists, cores engaged, dropping the knees to modify. Exhale, down dog. One more time, inhale, float to plank. Exhale, down dog. Walking those hands to feet at the back of our mat, finding that Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Float the arms, lift the upper body. Exhale, bend knees, lower hips, a chair pose. Weight is in those heels, cores are tight, shoulders down and away from the ears. Feeling that strength run through those legs. Breathing here, using that breath. Option to float those arms forward, feeling that core tighten a little more. Feeling the burn here, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, straighten legs and hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reverse swan dive, float the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Taking a nice deep cleansing breath in. Open mouth, exhale, release. Release those arms, palms forward, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, float the arms up towards the sky, take a mini back. Exhale, reach those arms forward as we hinge the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Walking those hands one by one, making your way to your plank pose. Option down dog, option modify on your knees, elbows alongside body. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Tuck those toes, lift hips to sky, down dog. Taking a moment here to walk out that dog, bending one knee and then the other. Noticing how your down dog is evolving as you flow through your practice. Noticing where you're feeling that extra space through your muscles, through your joints. On your next inhale, lift both those heels up the earth, run our toes in our down dog. And making a loud breezy exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Dropping those knees to tabletop, taking a moment to just wiggle out those hips and shoulders. Maybe shifting that weight forward and back or side to side. You could drop the belly, round up that spine if that feels good to you this morning. Letting go of any kinks, any tension, maybe shifting that weight forward and back or side to side. Creating movement that honors your own body, your practice on this Wednesday morning. When you're ready, returning to that neutral tabletop. Keeping those hips stacked right over top of the knees. Walk those hands forward. Release the forehead to mat, block, or pillow. Your extended puppy pose, your melting heart. Stretching through the underarms, the shoulder blades. Taking Taking the time here to move that spine in all different directions, giving it a really deep stretch. Pausing for a few breaths here. When you're ready, using your arms to lift your upper body. Untuck those toes, hips to back over in child's pose. Once again, taking the option to take a sip of water here, taking a moment of rest. Moving through one more gentle flow here, walking those fingers towards the top edge of your mat. Inhale, float through tabletop, straighten the legs, drop the hips, upward dog. Tuck the toes, hips to sky, down dog. Take the gaze between the hands, walk, step or jump the feet forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Slowly lifting one vertebrae at a time. Releasing those shoulders down and away from those ears. Inhale, float the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release those arms, interlock the fingers behind the lower back, roll the shoulders down and away from ears, take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Really opening through the heart and the chest. Exhale, return the gaze forward. Keeping those fingers interlocked, hinge the hips. As you hinge those hips, keep a micro bend in your knees and lift those arms off the back, stretching deeply across the shoulders. Exhale, release the arms, let go of those fingers, allow the hands to return to mat or block, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Palms are to mat, step or hop the feet back, plank pose. Option down dog, option your chaturanga. Inhale up dog or baby cobra. Tuck toes, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Bringing those hands about 2 palm prints closer towards the feet. From here, we're going to widen that stance with our feet so they're about mat width distance apart. Option to hold here or to reach that left hand towards the outside of that right ankle, creating a bit of a bind in a downward dog variation. Opening that chest towards the right side of the room. Making sure the weight of your body is mostly in those feet. That'll make it easier to get into this asana. Exhale, release that palm to mat. Option to try that opposite side, reaching that right palm towards the outside of that left calf. Exhale, release that palm to mat. Dropping those knees about mat with distance apart, bringing toes together and untucked, hips to back of room. Wide-legged child's pose. Feeling that stretch run through those inner thighs, opening up those hip flexors. Pausing for a couple breaths here. Option to thread that left arm through towards the right side of the room. In a thread the needle variation, giving a gentle stretch to that left shoulder blade as we continue to open up those hips, those thighs, decompressing through the lower back. If that left arm is threaded through, reaching it towards the top edge of your mat. Option to thread that right arm through towards the left side of the room between arm and leg here. Thread the needle variation on that opposite side. When you're ready, reaching that arm through towards the front of your room. And when you're ready, using your arms to lift your upper body. Taking a sip of water if you'd like as we shift that weight around, finding ourselves back on our back for this last little bit of our practice here. Once you find yourself on your back, tucking those knees in towards the belly, palms rested on the calves, just take a moment to sway gently from side to side, letting go of any tension throughout that lower back. Pausing, and as you exhale, bring the forehead towards the knees. Inhale to release shoulders back of head, extend those feet to sky, reach the fingers for the ceiling as well. Taking a moment to rotate the wrists and ankles. Bring movement into the joints, reversing the blood flow here, refreshing your mind, your body for your day that lies ahead. From here, moving into your happy baby, bending those knees towards the outside edges of your mat, stacking heels right over top of knee joints, reaching the hands towards the inside or outside of those feet here, taking the option to sway gently from side to side. Gently pausing, and when you're ready, releasing those hands, tucking the knees into belly, palms rested on calves, from forehead to knees. Once again, option to wrap those arms all the way around your legs, giving yourself a gentle squeeze. Maybe noticing you're able to wrap those arms a little further around those legs here. On your next inhale, extend those legs long, reach the arms behind you, point the toes, wiggle the fingers. Take a nice deep breath in as you stretch from fingers to toes. And a loud noisy exhale, release. One more time, inhale, nice full body stretch. And exhale. Slowly floating those arms up towards the sky. Releasing them heavy along down your mat. Finding that comfortable position to rest and relax in stillness for your final Shavasana of your practice this morning. Option to remain lying on your back, or you could find yourself in seated. That's where I will be for this last little bit here. Wherever you are, softening your gaze or closing your eyes. Feeling the weight of your body melting into the earth. Your palms could face up to receive that well-deserved energy this morning or this evening. Or face downwards for that little extra grounding. Keeping that focus, that attention drawn inwards. Giving yourself this time, this space to simply rest, to breathe in stillness, really feeling the benefits of your practice. Perhaps scanning your body from the crown of your head to your fingers and your toes. Observing any changes, any space throughout your muscles, throughout your joints. Perhaps noticing a more gentle, relaxed rhythm of breath. Or a sense of ease, a sense of awareness in your mind. Taking a moment to reflect on that intention you might have set towards the start of your practice today. Or maybe setting a new goal or intention to guide you through your day or your week that lies ahead. As always, thanking yourself for sharing your energy, for sharing your practice in this virtual space here, for taking the time out of your day, out of your week to stretch and strengthen your mind, body, and breath. As you gently begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers, bring some movement into your wrists and ankles. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Bringing one palm to rest on your belly and one palm to rest on your heart. Taking a nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose, filling your belly and lungs fully with air. And making a loud noisy open mouth exhale, release. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Bringing those palms to heart center. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to your mats and sharing your practice with me. If you're one of my regulars, I miss you guys so much. We all miss you all at the studio. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and take care of yourself, and we can't wait to see you soon. Namaste. Thanks, guys.